Hey, what kind of a production vlogger would I be if I didn't share with you my setup for this YouTube thing? And I believe in the batch production process, so I did quite a few of these. Not really quite a few. I think I did 3 or 4, but I did a few of them in one shot so that I didn't have to come back and do it all over again. But let me show you the setup. I think I talked about it last time when I was in here, my garage. I set it up, but I had to break it down because I had to go and do a shoot. But I set it back up in the same manner. So let me show you what I did. Don't laugh at my dirty garage. But first and foremost, here's the camera, the good old FS7. This guy has been tried and true. And obviously I'm shooting with the 18-35. That's such a great lens, man. I don't think it's ever going to go out of style. I am using my monitor since I got it. I just kind of took it out and threw it up. I did not use this because for some reason, I don't know if it was the cords. I was having problems with it. I don't think it was this per se because it was working when I was using my A7S III, but it was having problems with the FS7. So I went directly from the FS7 into the monitor. I have a table, but pay no mind to all of that mess. So what am I using? I'm using the same light that I did last time, and I'll go and we'll check that out right now. But this is my hair light. Last time I used the Pavo tubes, the mini Pavo tubes, and I'm just so glad I went back with this one. This is just a better light. It's a little bit longer, so it's not 10 inches. It's somewhere around 16. I don't think it's quite 2 foot yet, but it's almost there. Runs off the NPF batteries, and I'm using the middle one. I forgot which one that is, the 7 something NPF battery, and it's a great little light. So for a hair light and some separation, I think I had it at 1%. Okay, you saw these guys in my background. So what these are is this is the Pavo tube. I had it at 15%, and I had it set to warm. And because I have white walls, it was just a nice little bounce for ambience. So, and as you saw, one of those lights I was actually using as a hair light in my last shoot with my buddy. So I never charged it up. It kept dying on me. And then I have these 2 little accent lights. I had one over there. I already took it down, but I wanted to show you what I was doing here. This light is a fantastic little light that was suggested by Colin Jung. If you're not following him, you need to go follow him. He also does vlogs as well, but he suggested this light, and it is awesome because it's like I've always wanted the Aperture or the Nanlite or whoever, but I want those little MC Pros, and it's like those things are extremely expensive, and it was like, well, if I need one, I'll buy one, but I just never got around to it. These things are RGB, and they're magnetic. And this one in particular, you can't control. They do sell a version that you can control on an app. This one does not. And because this is the one that is not controlled on the app, it's cheap. This was, I think, $13 or $15. $13 or $15 a piece. That's crazy. As soon as I saw Colin suggest it, I was like, dude, let me have that. So I was like, dude, where's your affiliate links? He didn't have it at the time, but he does now. So go to his channel and jump on that. So yeah, I bought 2 of these, and they've been fantastic, man. And I had this at 10% sitting in the background like that. So they get a little bit brighter. They're not super, super bright, but they're not bad at all, especially for accent lighting, illuminating something. If I needed to illuminate this and I got something metal, just bam, it'll work. And again, that was 10%, so didn't even touch the battery. All right, let's get on to the main lighting. As I shared with you last time, I'm using I'm running my Godox No-LED M600D. It's the 600 watt light. And I'm currently running at 20%. And I am shooting it through, as usual, the shower curtain that I got from 99 cents only. but it wasn't 99 cents only. I think it was like $1.99, but it was dumb cheap. So it's very, very, very cheap, very, very, very cheap. And, you know, I just bought it as like well, let's try it. And it's been working. I use it to kill, because it doesn't diffuse it a lot, but it just kills off the edge where it doesn't feel sourcey. When I just use the softbox all by itself, it just feels sourcey. You know where it's coming from. You could, when you put this thing on, it just disperses it. It spreads it out over a large sheet of diffusion, and it's a lot more. It's more soft and it's a lot more dispersed. So it's not from just, you know, a circle or an octabox. And this little guy right here, it was spilling all over the wall over here. And so, oh, whoops. There. It was spilling out all over the wall here. As a matter of fact, that was it with it off. And that's it with it on. Off, on, off. It's not a huge difference here. Well, never mind. So it was just spilling out all over the wall. I'd like to show you it, but I can't really show you it because I have it on auto ISO. So this is just, I'm just blocking it. I don't have a black one. I left the black one in the van. Like a lot of my stuff is sitting in the Storyking Studios van, which we need that because we're getting paid. But when I'm doing a YouTube, I'm like, dang it, should have brought that off. Anyway, so I'm blocking it with a white one and it still blocks. It's still blocking the light. I mean, it's like super diffused, but it's still blocking the light. So that is my setup. I hate to do huge setups for YouTube and whatnot, but I did want something halfway decent for, you know, sit down reviews every once in a while. So that's it. And that's why I batch produced them, because it's like, I don't want to do this every single time. I'm going to leave this whole thing set up. For those of you who are watching this channel and you're watching my YouTube setup and you're wondering, you know, how can I get that done in my garage, and you're talking about, you know, that looks pretty elaborate. I'm not trying to spend that much money. This doesn't have to be this elaborate. If you were looking at what I was talking about, this thing is only 15 bucks. You can buy 2 of these. It can be your accent light. That's 30 bucks that you're paying for. This light right here that I was talking about, this was $100 when I bought it back in 2018. I think you could buy them for a lot cheaper now. And this is not this particularly. I got the cord just hanging off it, but this is not, that thing is not this. This is a Pavo tube. This is a light tube. Light tubes are a little more expensive. That in particular, this in particular is a light wand. It's completely different. It is RGB and it's also bicolor, right? It's got the white light, daylight, and then it's also got the warmer light. And this one is I believe it's significantly cheaper on Amazon. This light is, you don't have to get the 600 watt light. I got that. I'm at 20%. I have that because I do professional. I have this large light because I do professional video production. So this is a part of my kit, but you don't need this big of a light. I'm only using it at 20%. So that should tell you, you don't need this big of a light to pump your YouTube setup. So you can get something for much cheaper. And I actually did a video, if you'll come with me over here, I actually did a video on my channel talking about this light right here, the Ulanzi VL120 Bi. And that light cost me about $70. I had a lot of stuff to go with it. So if you pay about like $110 or $120, you can get all the accessories that it comes with, and that could be your YouTube setup. You don't need all this extra stuff. You will want to get yourself a softbox. That softbox, I think I bought it for $50 on B&H. So there's a lot of things that you can get that you don't need all this extra stuff. Like I said, I do video production for a living. So That's why I have all this stuff at my disposal, and that's why I use it, and I got it, and I'm doing all that. But you don't have to do all of that. You could simply do it with what I just told you on the lights, all those little things, and then this camera right here, which is the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And you can run that on a mini tripod in front of you and do your reviews, and you're good. You're good. And all of this can get done for under $1,000, I believe, after getting yourself a light. A light is probably going to cost you anywhere from, I already said, so I don't have to say it again. So you can get the whole thing. For under $1,000, and you can make it look good. I think, again, everybody on YouTube wants the accent lighting. Everybody on YouTube wants that cool look in the background that I had with, this color. And again, you can also change it. And now you have purple. You have any other color that you want, purple, blue, whatever. These are only $15 a piece. I have links to them in my description, or the guy I was telling you, Colin Jung, links in his description on his videos. They're only 15 bucks, and they're well worth it. You can throw this in your background and color your backgrounds. If you have white walls, it's going to work better because now you're reflecting that color right off of the white wall. But anyway, I hope that helps. If you have any questions, shoot me some messages. And maybe if I get enough questions, I can make a video on it if I didn't address it in this video. Oh, well, let me show you my my tripod. Look at this tripod. And don't look at all the other junk back there. But if you look at this tripod, dude, this is old school. When they're telling you that your stuff will stick around, like, in other words, a good tripod is a good investment. This is a Bogen, and they were they had a partnership with Manfrotto back in the day. So this is a Manfrotto Bogen tripod, old school. But as you can see, I put a more modern head on it. But as you can see, this thing is still doing its job, and it's doing it well, man. And I think I got this for 20 bucks. I believe a church was having a sale, and they had this a part of the sale. It was Josh's church. Josh was like, "You want one of these?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I think I got it for 20. I think it was like 20 bucks, 20 or 40 bucks, but it was like super solid tripod for only like 20 or 40 bucks. And it's holding its own right now with the FS7 on it. And that is not a lightweight camera.